everybody, I'm Katie. I'm 24. I live in Idaho. I am starting a vlog. You guys can watch it if you'd like. It's kind of more of a thing for me to work on my confidence and my self-esteem because this isn't something I would normally do. And there's a reason why. A lot of people who meet me always like, oh, you're so confident. You're so enthusiastic. You're so, like, we can just tell you're such an outgoing person. But if you really knew me, that's kind of all a front. I want to be this outgoing person. I want to be all these things that I portray, but I have this, it's not like a condition. I just have this thing where normal people will blush, but about 1% of the population will flush. And so I have some pictures because it's not doing it right now. But flushing is, it'll go all over my neck, my chest, up here on my face, just blotches everywhere. It looks like I'm allergic. Looks like I've broken out in hives. So I'll put some pictures up there so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And I want to do this because I want other people to watch this and realize that there's other people that are like them, because I have searched since I was, the last 10 years online, trying to find anything that I could find on flushing, find a cure, find anything. I remember when I was in middle school, I tried to talk to my mom and she said, oh, my cats, there's nothing wrong, like, it's not a big deal. And even just talking about it triggers it. Basically, I have an overactive sympathetic nervous system, so I can't control when my skin flushes. I start feeling this hot sensation, and I know that it's just all over me. And it wouldn't be a big deal, but people make it a big deal. And it has made me so self-conscious, so sensitive, that as soon as I start feeling hot, I feel like I have to escape and my anxiety rises. And the sad thing is I never had anxiety, ever, in my entire life. I kind of just overlooked the fact that my skin flushed. And like I said, in middle school, it flushed, but it wasn't as bad. And over the years, as I've become more aware, it's just progressively gotten worse and worse because I cannot stop focusing on it. So this flushing has taken over my life. To the T. It's taken over my life. I've dropped out of school numerous times. I've left work because people thought I was having an allergic reaction. I made up lies as to why my skin was the way it was. And I hate that. I hate that. I hate hiding. I hate that this happens. Lowest point, 2 years ago, I had my first panic attack. Never had one before. I was at work, just me with, it was me and the manager, and we were sitting there, and I was in the back. I worked at a food restaurant, so I was chopping onions, and I thought my skin was flushing for no apparent reason. That I started to hyperventilate, and I ran to the bathroom, and I just broke down in tears and just sat in the bathroom and locked the door and just cried. My skin wasn't flushing. I was so paranoid that it was that I made myself have a panic attack. And it's not like that came out of the middle of nowhere. I had recently started esthetician school, and I was really excited, and it was going to be awesome. I mean, the reason why I really wanted to do esthetician school is because of my skin, and I was just like, man, maybe there's a way that I can help, Maybe I can learn everything there is to be about my skin, and I can figure this out so I can help you guys, or help anyone, somebody who's struggling with the same thing I am. Well, it was really hard because I was in beauty school with all these girls, and girls are really mean. They would ask me what was wrong, why my skin was doing that, do I have a sunburn, what's going on, till it got to the point where every single day before I went to school, I was crying. I would just cry and never want to go back because of how they made me feel. I could sit there and defend myself and say, oh no, it's just my skin, not a big deal, it's just my skin. And they would just make me feel like shit. They made me feel so unhappy. So I dropped out of school. That cost me $6,000 I didn't get back. I dropped out of school and I booked a flight to San Antonio. My boyfriend came with me. We stayed with his family because I had done research about micro ETS of the T2 nerve. So it was a surgery that is supposed to 90% chance that it will work, that it will stop the flushing. I feel like his name I don't know his name, but I forget it because it's been so long, but and he hasn't tried to stay in contact with me. So I'll put that down below in the description box or put it somewhere on here so you guys can see who I went to. Anyways, I got care credit. I booked a flight that night, took the time off of work, and there we were. A week later, we were in San Antonio. The surgery cost me $9,000. They put me to sleep, and then next thing I know, I woke up and the surgery was done. So during the surgery, they said that, so what happens is you meet with the doctor first. I met with him. He felt my hands, and he's like, oh, your hands are so cold. I think they were like 73. He's like, just you wait till after. Your hands will be at a normal temperature. And of course, talking to him, because I was nervous, my skin flushed, and he's like, he's like, this is exactly the case I'm here to fix. And honestly, I was the perfect candidate. 23, I eat healthy, exercise every day. I try to live a very, not stressful life. Like, how much perfecter of a candidate can you be? Like, I was like, this is working. This is me. I called my parents before and I told them I was doing it. They told me not to because they don't understand the seriousness of how this affects me. They said that just, get over it. It's not a big deal. Who cares what people think? And I get that. But it's really hard ignoring what people think. It's really, really hard. Which I'm sure you guys all know and you've all been there. And this isn't a pity story. There's nothing out there about this, and I really want people to know. So, anyways, we did the surgery, and what happened during the surgery is he will go in under your armpit and make a tiny incision and snip the T2 nerve, and then your skin will go white on this side, and then this side will just be red. He'll go in on the other side, snip it, and then you'll be completely white. And they're gonna fix this, and if they fix this, my one goal was to do a bikini competition, to get on stage and compete. I'm like, if I do this surgery, then I'm going to compete. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm competing. Because fitness has been the only thing I've ever really, really, truly loved. So they did the surgery. And I remember we stayed in San Antonio for a couple more days, and then we flew back. And I was definitely hurt. It was just felt like something was really heavy weighted on your chest. 3 days later after getting into town, I went back to my work, and a couple of my coworkers had known about it, and they're like, hey, did it work? Did it work? Like, we're so excited for you. I told them it did. And I got in my car, and my skin was more flushed than it's ever been, and I started crying. I just called my friend and told her that didn't work. And she's like, you don't know that. He said it could take a while. And I didn't throw this in at the beginning, but I had contacted 3 or 4 different people who had gone through the surgery, talked to them on the phone, talked to them over email, just to see how theirs went. Because fast forward a year later, didn't work. I spent $9,000 and my skin still flushes. It still affects every second of my life. Yeah, it sucks. I wish people wouldn't care. I wish I wouldn't care. I wish I could say fuck it. I really, really wish I could. But I can't. I didn't do a competition. Currently, I am in therapy. And I take propropanol. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. They've prescribed me that. It is a beta blocker. I had heard about it on the internet. Anyways, it's a low dosage beta blocker I take twice a day, and it is supposed to stop my heart from racing. I don't think I've seen a difference, but anyways, that's where I'm at now. I have a blog, and there you guys can read all about like everything I've gone through, all about my posts, and feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions or anything like that. Like, I've been through it all. I've literally tried everything, and if there's something that I haven't tried, please tell me, because I'm always up for trying something. And I know that there's way worse things in the world. That's not what I'm trying. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm trying to, okay. I just want other people who have this to not think that they're alone, that there's other people who do, and maybe some people like on my side who I can relate with, who understands like, yeah, dude, I'm going through the same thing. Here's what's worked best for me. Cats. Anyways, if you guys can see, this is what I mean. Let me see if I can get into better lighting. This is what I mean. I can't even have a conversation with a camera by myself here with my cats without this happening. And that's why I'm making these vlogs, because I really want to work on my confidence because it's gone. So that's where I'm at. Feel free to comment, you know, if you have any advice or anything, please don't be harsh. Like, I'm already like, my confidence is already like so low. So anyways, thank you for watching, and feel free like to look at my blog. I have my contact information there if anybody wants to email me or anything like that, and I'll help in all that I can, and hopefully, you know, you can help in all that you can. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this, and I'm excited to vlogs are just for me to try and be happy and live my life and stop letting something like this control me. And that's what I'm working on, and that's where I'm at in my life. So thank you for watching. I will post more videos as they come. You know, thank you.